Hey everybody, it's Q Storm, I'm back. Okay, I'm gonna confess right now, I know I look like hell. I haven't shaved, I need to go to the barber, you know, but you know what? The wife and my kid are away from home for the weekend. There's a whole mess load of dishes upstairs. They didn't even make the bed. You know why? Because I took the time this morning to go out and check out The Incredibles 2 so I could deliver this review to you. So I'm sacrificing, I'm putting my livelihood on the line, my life on the line, because if she comes home and finds out, that's it for me. Anyway, okay, so Incredibles 2, let's get to it. Here's what I have to say. So it looks like girl power has taken over Hollywood. And you know, it's not a bad thing. Why do I say that? That's because the single greatest thing about this movie, what makes this movie worth seeing in total, Elastigirl. Elastigirl steals the show in this movie. I'll put it like this. I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. We've had, what, 3, well, if you include the Roger Corman debacle, we've had 4 less than stellar Fantastic Four movies, let's just put it that way. And one of the things I've always said about the problem with depicting Fantastic Four on screen is that their power set, maybe with the exception of Human Torch, they just tend to look silly, particularly Reed Richards. But I tell you what, whoever dares to try to attempt to produce or film a new Fantastic Four film, they need to sit down and study the middle part of this movie because Elastigirl gets it in. Her powers are basically the same as Reed Richards, and she puts the powers to use. She looks like she's a badass in this movie, people. Elastigirl kicks ass in this film, and she looks dope doing it. Now, you might say, well, Q, it's easy to have an animated character look good with stretchy powers. Well, I'm gonna point you directly to The Flash on the CW. The last season featured, Elongated Man, Ralph Dibny. He didn't look all that ridiculous. Now, they made the character a comic character, but he didn't look all that bad. So you combine a little bit of Ralph Dibny with a lot of Elastigirl and how she was going in, and I'm telling you, you could produce a successful looking stretchy guy, in this case Reed Richards, on screen. There's one scene in this film, I'm not going to spoil anything, but she comes face to face with the antagonist, let's say, and they're in this confined room. That was one of the most gripping action scenes I've seen, and I'm counting, Civil War, Winter Soldier, Justice League. That scene had me on the edge of my seat. The music, the sound effects, Elastigirl using her powers, it was amazing. So hey, in that sense, if you can do that, I'm all for some girl power. Hey, I'm still waiting for the next Wonder Woman movie to come out.
I am down. I am totally down. Mark me down.
Having said that, one of the problems I have with this movie is that, at the beginning, we see a great action sequence with the Incredibles fighting together, and Frozone, he's getting it in too. At the end, I'm telling you, one of the best action sequences. It was so much like a comic book. You had all these different superheroes, and you had the Incredibles and Frozone fighting the villain, trying to save the day. An amazing action sequence. But the whole middle part of this film, while they were displaying how cool Elastigirl is, they kept cutting to domestic life with Mr. Incredible, and that was incredibly boring. It's like, okay, I get it. Can we get these guys together to fight? Like I said, Elastigirl, she kicked ass. And if you wanted to make an Elastigirl movie, again, I'm there. You got my money. But if this is The Incredibles, I really don't appreciate these long stretches where we don't see Mr. Incredible doing anything. He's at home worrying about his daughter's love life, which went nowhere. That plot went nowhere. He's at home worrying about Jack-Jack, who's developing new powers. And basically Jack-Jack is like, he's gonna get us at the toy stores, whatever toy stores are left, Best Buy maybe, to buy Jack-Jack dolls.
Looks normal to me. When did this start happening?
Since Helen got the job.
I assume she knows.
Are you kidding? I can't tell her about this. Not while she's doing hero work.
Girl, come on. Leave the saving of the world to the men? I don't think so.
And as far as I can tell, that's the only purpose Jack Jack had in this movie. He was cute, fine, but not for a whole, what, half hour, 45 minutes? And I don't mean to speak for the rest of you out there, but I'm sure, as I did, you were able to predict who the villain was from the first time we see certain characters appear on the screen. So not very suspenseful. It's just a matter of, okay, I'm waiting for the bad guy to reveal him or herself. When is it gonna happen? Oh, there it is. Okay, great. Okay, we got that out of the way. So I don't know, I think the writing was a little shoddy there. I just think it's that old bugaboo, economy of characters. There's only so many characters, so it's not that hard to determine who the bad guy is in the end. So that middle section, I'm gonna call it the second act, it was really slow. I just thought it served no purpose. I understand that they were trying to say that Elastigirl can hold it down while she's fighting bad guys, while Mr. Incredible, he's at home watching the kids. But it just didn't hold me, it didn't pull me in, and I think most of those subplots went nowhere. I guess part of the problem was my expectations. I guess, you know, the first movie came out 14 years ago, and in that time, we've been deluged by superhero movies. I guess I figured that maybe Disney would take an approach where they would take it more like a superhero type of film as opposed to a Disney family superhero film. And maybe that's my failing.
I can't steer it or stop it, and the Underminers escaped.
We'll have to stop it from Bob, the monorail.
So action sequences, top notch. But when there's no action in the film and they cut over to the domestic life, it is a chore. I almost fell asleep a few times. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this movie 3 out of 5 reels. I was thinking 2.5, but no. You know, after giving a little bit of time to marinate, 3 out of 5 reels, because even though, like I've said, it moves at a snail's pace in the middle and seems to be somewhat pointless in my opinion. What it does good, it does very, very good. It's a great popcorn movie to take your family to. Young kids will like it, older kids will like it, adults will like it. Definitely worth the price of admission. And I tell you what, if they were to announce an Elastigirl movie, like I said, I'm camping outside the night before. And that's the martini.